Next one is an international group of interests from the French branch. Sapphire.
Oh. The Society of
Oh.
Atheists for the Protection from Perilous and Hindering Institutionalized Religions Everywhere. Come up with a better group name, you fucking pretentious pricks.
Oh, his... Wait, is that the... this one, yeah. Where do we put that fucker? We put them in lawful evil. Wait, they're also with the Nazis. Yeah, we put them in lawful evil. The
We looked at
circus...
Sapphire already?
I'm just checking because we do have time. Circus... I fucking forgot where we put the circus.
I think we
wait.
put the... I
Huh?
think we put them somewhere in evil. I just don't remember where. Oh yeah, neutral evil.
Neutral evil?
I think that...
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
from a
I
fuller
think that...
circus, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, let's go and do the group. Anyway, Sapphire. The Society of Atheists for the Protection of the Perilous and Hindering Institutionalized Religions Everywhere is a group of militant atheists who seek to disprove both religion and anomalies with science, logic, and reason. Related anomalies are typically religion-themed and are self-made or stolen from other organizations.
It's just a group of Reddit atheists.
So these people don't even believe SCPs exist.
They're like, we will disprove the anomalies, creates anomalies.
Oh god, I see we're getting close to the worst SCP group of interest. Really close. Oh, and of course the first SCP I click is a Keter. With a high disruption and risk class. Yeah, how long is it? It is... Holy shit, it's long.
I always see if we can find a shorter one.
Yeah.
Also noticed what looked like a picture of Carl Sagan there.
Yeah, and it is Carl Sagan. 3880. Are you sure?
I get secondhand embarrassment when atheism is mentioned like this. As a former atheist, same. It brings me back to a time in my life that I'd rather pretend never happened.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is a short, because this is just written transcript of the video. Not video, audio.
Or audio logs, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, on the upside, there's audio logs. On the downside, they're probably French.
Yeah. So I'll have the words up. Anyways, I love the picture. It's just a picture of a YouTube video.
Cack. DJ Chack stream in session shortly after event. Happen to not be an ass. Yeah, I mean, that's valid, Sanju. Ultimately, there's like a notable difference between edgy asshole anti-theists and atheists.
Yeah. Also, can we just say, for this group, both SCPs we clicked so far have been Keters?
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that precedent.
Also, I would like to comment, as someone who is still an atheist, I don't like them. They're just assholes. Although I believe in anomalous things, I just don't believe in gods.
Oh wait, you know what would be kind of funny? If you just take Mr. Fish to this group of interests and say, like, hey, what do you think of this guy?
What if they kill him? Don't let them near Mr. Fish! He has nothing to do with them. He did no
funny. Anyways.
Okay, how about we just take these guys and lock them in a room with God?
Never got the notification. Cringe.
God would
Oh.
probably go, hi.
Because what isn't there a friggin' oh I know what
Yes,
his name-
God is in one of the places in the Foundation because he feels like it.
Yeah.
They call it contained, but let's be honest, he has admitted he could leave at any time. He just likes being there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the equivalent of what's the best comparison I can think of? It's the equivalent of like imagine if like the SCP Foundation got a
Mhm.
hold of Superman
Oh, yeah.
and they just the way that they contained him was just like give him a really bougie suite in a site and say like, hey, we'll give you just about everything. Please don't leave.
Yeah. Wait, I just
Yeah, I guess it's the same thing.
realized another SCP they could use against Pentagram because of their abilities could be useful. Joe Schmo.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Anyways, on with this SCP. Item SCP-3880. Object class Keter / uncontained. Special containment procedures. As the DJ check account cannot currently be removed, Foundation focus is on obfuscation. Obfuscation?
Ob, ob,
Obfuscation.
oh, now I can't say it. Obfuscation. Yeah. Oh God.
Obfuscation.
No one can say it.
Obfuscation.
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 My dyslexia is
Obfuscation.
transmitting on the both of you.
It's not transmitting.
Doesn't Jerry already have dyslexia?
Yes.
Yes.
Anyways.
What
Like, I am transmitting on this older person who's had it for longer because they've existed longer. This thing that they've always had.
Be warned, right? I'm currently beaming my ADHD into your brain.
Oh, hi, Aderna.
Hey.
Anyways, I'm going to continue. Of content via generation of streams with identical names and content. Person of interest dash 60413 DJ Jock is under investigation at mid priority.
I just wanted to come in and say you were pretty much correct. I think the first time it's obfuscation.
Obfuscation. Oh.
Yeah, obfuscation. Bleh. I don't know why I can't say the F. No, no. It's literally like my and but by the way, it's not. It's obfuscation, so it's like, yeah.
I just find it
there
funny.
we go. I got it right.
Yeah, I just find it funny the second I try to say the word, no one else can say it.
Well, the thing is, that's well, like for me, like I have
Right, I
problems
was
saying-
able to say it.
Ow.
Yeah, I was able to say it too. I just have like long like
Yeah.
I've had issues like speaking for a
Gotcha.
bit for like specifically like saying specific like using specific sounds and stuff
Gotcha.
are hard for me.
You know what? I'm very glad to add to my list of hidden details I have on Aaron to be the fact that apparently to Aaron, everyone as a term refers to when something only affects me and Aaron. As long as Aaron and Hatchet can't do the thing, that means everyone can't do the thing.
It's
Yes.
okay. Remember, she's only a chicken.
Fuck you. Anyways. Description.
Anyway, yeah, let's actually continue.
The description SCP-3880 is a phenomenon whereby a small percentage of people indoors during rainstorms will become convinced they are not hearing a storm, but instead are listening to the YouTube live stream Illest Rain Sounds, Infinity Hours No Looping, White Noise, Nature / Healing / Ambient, Meditation / Insomnia / Study, ASMR Original.
Yeah, that's a heck of a YouTube title.
Hosted by user DJ Chalk. People affected in this way will universally report feeling their mood lighten and having their creativity and energy rise for the course of the storm. While no compulsive effect is believed to be at play, the majority of people affected this way will secretly seek out the actual stream, reporting varying degrees of satisfaction with its content. The livestream has been running since YouTube Live service has opened to verified users in May 2013, and features the sound of rain and thunder streamed live, with occasional interjections from DJ Chalk himself. DJ Chalk regularly engages with live comments on the stream. See archive chat logs attached to DJ Chalk's file, person of interest 60413. Often speaking as if it is an original music livestream. Comments of theirs include brags about their use of original organic glyphs, and the fact that none of their storms are ever identical, leading to their most frequent comment, "Real life has got no repeats."
So was Bright cutting out a bunch there just on my end, or?
No. She was a robot for me too.
God damn it.
Dies.
Alright,
Did you anger leave and come back?
maybe. Anyways, where did I start getting cut off?
When they started often speaking as if it's an original music live stream. Down. You see right at the one? The one?
Oh, right here. Oh, right here. Okay. Right. Often speaking as if it's an original music livestream, comments of theirs include brags about their use of original organic glyphs, and at the fact that none of their storms are ever identical, leading to their most frequent comment, "Real life has got no repeats."
Yes. It is incredibly novel that rainstorms sound different.
Right. 3880 was first brought to Foundation's attention with Storm Desmond, an extratropical cyclone which saw record rainfall in many parts of Ireland, Scotland. Wait, Ireland, Scotland. Oh, I thought I said Ireland again. No.
Ireland, Scotland, Iceland, Norway, and Sweden.
Norway and Sweden. DJ Shock reclaims responsibility for Storm Desmond, as they do many weather patterns, citing their status as a literal, actual storm guide. This claim is somewhat suspect, as DJ Shock has also claimed to be a demigod, the spirit of a rainforest, a sentient gust of wind, and the Rainbow Serpent. Following Storm Desmond, DJ Shock's regular viewership rose from 38 to a peak of 7,400. Shortly following this, DJ Shock bought a microphone to communicate with viewers. Previously, announcements had been made via a text-to-speech program. Transcripts are recommended due to the low quality of audio and the unclear nature of DJ Shock's speech. Oh, so it actually is intentionally meant to sound bad. Okay.
Oh.
Alright, you ready?
Let's hear that DJ.
Okay, in 3, 2, 1.
Hey, can you guys hear me? Can I get some comments? Yeah, great. Okay. It's your boy DJ Shock, no relation. Welcome all the newcomers. Looks like Storm Desmond's, really put me on the map, I guess. And we're now at 6,000 listeners, that's crazy. Now I'm thinking, right, thanks for our choke. So there's been a bit of hostility in chat, I guess. Many people don't really know the deal, and that's fine. But if you're asking me to replay something I've already played before, sorry, I only do live stuff because real life has got no repeats. This is just something we say in chat, something we say. So if you want to listen to something old, I upload everything on SoundCloud, links in the description. Or a couple of chat members will host restreams with their favorite of my stuff. Ask them about that. Stick around here though, because this is where the party is. Alright, I'll get back out of your hair. Shock out.
The livestream continued to gain popularity over the following year, with users citing good community spirit and the ability to request changes as strong reasons for regularly returning. DJ Shock began to interject more frequently, commonly during lulls in storm patterns or when switching between storm locations. The first concrete demonstration of DJ Shock's anomalous ability came when a stream regular shock through the heart requests they lessen the intensity of a storm in their area as their roof was beginning to leak. Live stream excerpt March 12, 2016. Alright. Playing in 3, 2, 1.
Hey, it's your boy DJ Links kind of spin down a little, sorry. Okay. So spin down a little pattern, yeah. Get the drizzle going. There we go. Boy DJ Shock, no relation. Popping in to give you some great news. It's my birthday! That's right. Be here, December 9th, because we are going to have a party. And as part of a new annual tradition, I will be dropping my latest storm. Something that I've been brewing up for weeks now. That's right. Get hype, because we are going to have the thickest crashes, the whooshiest winds, the tinkliest rain on the glass. This is going to be better than Desmond, guys, and I know you guys love Desmond. Now, normally the Storm pre-streams are only available to Patreons, but as it's my birthday, it'll be totally free right here on the live stream. Oh, and speaking of Patreon, big thanks to the Warlocks down at the Unico Consortium, because they have hooked me up with some glyphs that'll let me make sample packs. We put them up on Splice, or they'll also be available immediately for all Patreon backers, Jade tier and up. And as a little taster, spoiler warning for the purists, the title of this one is going to be Storm Cali, as in Calypso. Yeah. DJ Check out.
Okay, so that wasn't March 12th, that was December 3rd, 2016. Got it.
Yeah. This is French.
Right, I forgot. At this point, it was decided that the stream should be shut down, and standard contacts within Alphabet Incorporated were activated to remove the account. This proved impossible, however, as all accounts associated with DJ Shock feature a strong crypto-archaic ward with various power sigils embedded within DJ Shock's user details. Investigation of the account revealed a private video featuring audio of activation words for said sigils. Attempts at cracking this ward by Foundation thaumaturgic assets proved fruitless. Shortly after Storm Cali, which killed 9, the Foundation elected to hire a 3 Portland's contractor to handle takedown of the livestream. Alright, livestream excerpt December 12th, 2016. Alright. Starting it in 3, 2, 1. What?
You're cutting out again.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Discord really needs to fix their shit.
Yeah. But they've needed to for years. Why will they now?
Right. Well, that's because you're listening on streams, aren't you? OBS isn't connected to Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyways. And 3, 2, 1.
Hey, it's it's Chuck. Hey, got some good news and some bad news. I've got some bad news. It looks like the stream's gonna end, guys. Lunasa, who I thought was my friend, he's claiming he was in Black Rock when I was making Storm Desmond. That I used his storm clouds, which is bullshit, by the way. He's not even a storm god. He's a war god. He's associated with storms, but whatever. Can't put a copyright strike in a video because I haven't put up a video, so he just reported my account. Well, yesterday YouTube tried to take down my account. They can't yet because I've got some protections from friends, but for their sake, so they don't get discovered, I'm gonna have to take it down before YouTube looks too deep into some code and figures them. You guys don't need to know this. When my account is getting suspended soon, like possibly today, tomorrow. He put similar strikes on SoundCloud, Bandcamp, Patreon. For some bullshit reason, they were all gone through. This is the regulars, you guys know how to get through to me. But for everyone else, all the people who just joined today, people who've been listening day in and day out, this is probably goodbye. That's weird to say. Maybe it's just from background noise from you guys, but this stream has meant a lot to me. Everything. I wasn't really creating before this. Something to this shitty, depressive thing. And you guys helped me find myself again. Find my voice. A lot of people in real life still make fun of my lip, but you guys are all just so nice when I talk. I'm not gonna go back to how I was before. I am in bed all day till 2 a.m. I was missing lectures, and I was missing friends, and it might not be the way you expect, but I'm going to keep the rains coming for all of you. Maybe that doesn't sound great. Lots of people hate rain. How about this? I'll keep the flowers growing, the rivers flowing, the great winds blowing. All because I'm owing you the world. That works. Chuck out.
As Chuck's identity remains unknown and anomalous abilities as therefore still outside Foundation's containment standards, this article has not been reclassified. The proposal is ongoing to shift the article's focus to DJ Shock himself. Dr. Ryoko Sato, a Foundation employee who often listens to the live stream, now reports that during rainstorms, she feels as if she is sitting with a friend. Okay, at what point did this have anything to do with Sapphire?
No. It's really weird. It has literally nothing to do with Sapphire. I don't know why it's listed there.
It might have been changed. When was it recently changed? June 19th, 2024. It could have been changed before it was there. Okay, so it left no information for Sapphire. Oh my gosh, all three that are connected to Sapphire are Keeters!
Exactly. That's the group of interest we're trying to get info on.
Yeah. I can't believe it. All three that are connected are fucking Keeters.
I mean, ultimately not that not that surprising.
Yeah. Alright. Oh, we actually get a fucking message from Sapphire this time. Alright. Just want to see how long it is. Okay, it's not super long. Oh, most of it's just really short messages. Does someone else want to read this? Because I ain't read a bunch.
Okay.
Huh?
My head's not in the best state for me.
I read.
Oh, the goal of the stream is to rate the group of interests, as you can see here.
Yeah, this is a series of streams that we've been doing for a while.
Yeah.
I read.
Alright. Whenever you're ready, Jerry.
Item SCP-3859, Object Class Keter, Special Containment. While its use has diminished following 2015, active instances are still present in the European continent. Efforts to disable the technological components of 3859 without harming their hosts are ongoing. Anti-parasitic drugs have been introduced into the water supplies in France and surrounding nations to combat the SCP. Further, new EU regulations lobbied for by several Foundation companies have increased the food safety standards for several mass-produced items used in religious ceremonies, such as cherished wafers? What? I'm gonna look up what the hell that is.
Wait, what?
Wait,
Eucharist?
wait, so... Is this gonna be an SCP where Sapphire just put a parasite in a bunch of religious food?
Oh, it's sacramental bread communion wafers. Okay. I hope they did not infect communion wafers. Oh my gosh. Foundation personnel who believe they have been infected are to be given a cocktail of anti-parasitic and anti-viral drugs to combat them. Full details of this cocktail can be accessed by medical personnel. Description: SCP-3859 refers to a microscopic parasite infected with an organic interface virus, a viral organism which is a biological manifestation of a computer virus, allowing transmission by skin-to-computer contact, resulting in nanotechnological augmentations. 3859 appears to be the same genus as Old World hookworm, but are hermaphroditic as opposed to
Dioecious. Dioecious, probably.
dioecious.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how you pronounce it?
It's probably... it might be wrong, but that's what I'm...
Okay, well, let's go with it. Dioecious just means there's 2 or more sexes. Hermaphroditic means, well, everything's in one place. A characteristic not observed among hookworms. Furthermore, it appears to have been hybridized with tardigrade DNA sometime in the last 200 generations. The 3859 appears to have been engineered specifically to infest humans with artificial components in their bodies and destroy them using nanotechnological components. I think we should put this group under evil. While hookworms are parasitic, They are not actively aggressive and do not normally leave the digestive tract, suggesting technological components of the SCP are modifying their behavior. Examples of destruction caused by 3859 include erosion of artificial hip joints to the point of destruction. Also, fun fact, most artificial joints have metals in them that will literally melt your brain if they're eroded.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh.
So I'm saying that the first thing is literally accidentally including melting people's brains, Bright.
Damn.
It's one of the reasons why I'll never get an artificial knee joint. Besides the fact that it'll always be too expensive, I don't want my brain to melt.
Right.
Several pacemaker wires with scissor-like appendages originating from their nanotechnological components. So they're also basically destroying people's artificial hearts too, causing sensations of intense pain in an experimental prosthetic hand, torturing the disabled just because, okay, destroying mounts for experimental bionic limbs, consuming and regurgitating metal fillings in teeth. I think chaotic evil is a good label for this group. Causing cochlear implants to overheat and explode. Those
It's
are hearing
cochlear.
and huh?
It's cochlear.
Cochlear.
See you
I
later,
guess that's
Cox.
just a
Sorry.
right. Me being surprised because it's just another different way to pronounce CH. And it's probably due to like where it's made or what words used for it or where those words originate. And Bright's just like cock giggle. Yeah, fucking like a little kid still somehow as an adult woman. So cochlear implants, for those who do not know, are hearing implants. So that's another probably instant death sort of thing. Most of these things seem to just be killing people.
I mean,
Melting
yeah.
piercings. Well, at least melting piercing will I'll probably kill you because I'll be molten metal on the flesh. Okay. These behaviors are only present when 3859 infests an individual that actively identifies as.
It's religious or spiritual. You got cut off, Jerry.
I didn't get cut off. I paused because I'm once again thinking this group is literally just evil.
Yeah.
Due to the behavior of and conditions necessary for 3859's anomalous properties to manifest, 3859's effects are particularly
Deleterious. Deleterious.
What? Deleterious?
Yeah, deleterious. Yep.
The fuck does that even mean? Deleterious.
It basically means what? What? What were you saying, Bright?
Oh, I was reading the chat, sorry. I was silently reading chat. My bad.
No, you're good. It basically means that it's like, it's like harmful to them or something. I don't remember. Here, I'll just look it up so I could.
Okay.
So I get the. Yeah, actually, no, it literally is just harmful. So, yeah, it's causing harm or damage. So I was right. Correctly right. I was absolutely right with my.
Oh god, I
Okay.
see who it is. Oh no.
So it's
See who what is.
especially harmful to members of Church of the Broken God. You know, the group that helped the Foundation take help handle 610 a bit easier and put it under control. That group that may not always be smart but is trying its best to do good.
Yeah.
I feel like trying to take down a group that successfully helped the Foundation beat down 610 a little is probably a very bad. Well, I did say it was evil. Never mind. What the hell am I saying? Over 80% of mechanists have been at least minor
Mechanites.
Yeah, it's
What?
Mechanites.
Yeah, it's Mechanites.
Mechanites, sorry.
Yeah.
Over
you're fine.
80% of mechanites have been at least minor. Have at least. Oh yeah, that's true. The Church of the Broken God totally goes for mechanization.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were also called mechanites.
Yeah, it's because
I
the
know.
god they worship is McCain, which.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know one SCP I haven't read in a while, but really like. He ended up. The Foundation led him to Church of the Broken God due to him being from a different reality where people got stuck, basically got placed in artificial suits that their bodies were permanently stuck in.
Mhm.
And he survived the rest of his life peacefully and happily as an active member of Church of the Broken God doing good and making other members very happy. That made my heart very happy.
Yeah.
This does not make my heart happy. Over 80% of the mechanites have at least minor augmentations such as fingers, which are capable of turning 360 degrees of fiber optic scalp hair. 5% of members, including Maxwellist Living Saints and Cogsworks Orthodox, legates possess near full body augmentations. Somehow, failures which are specific to members of the Church of the Broken God have included spontaneous combustions of replacement pineal glands, gears grinding causing explosive failure, permanent network disconnection, failure of internal or external combustion engines, simulation. Bright freaking moving before I can even figure out what I'm reading.
Sorry.
Discharge of all integrated weapons. All at once, let's just say that. Simultaneous. Spontaneous welding of body parts. Vocal augmentation such as voice modifiers playing propaganda messages in French.
They played messages for Sapphire.
Just when I thought the group couldn't get worse, we just read what they specifically pointed at, specifically the Church of the Broken God. Okay, let me just. I'm sorry, I keep getting reeled by what assholes they are. 3859. Huh?
I was saying, yeah.
Okay. 3859 was first discovered in 2011 after Cogsworth Orthodoxy ritual in Paris, France was sabotaged by the by the introduction of 3859 to holy oil used in the ceremony. Failure occurred over the course of several minutes, during which time all members and attendants died. Sorted technological malfunctions caused by 3859 resulted in over 50,000 euros in damage to the building where ceremony was being held. Oh, Jesus. Oh. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Since 20... Well, that's also a lot of death. Not sure why my eyes went to the money before the death. I think that's my American brain. Just like, oh, geez, all the things you could do with that money, and it's gone. You cannot say we have not been shoved with corpses too many times. They try to get us too used to it.
Mm.
Since 2011, 3859 has been involved in over 40 attacks against Church of the Broken God. Leave them the fuck alone! Resulting in deaths of all affected individuals. As of 2015, it is believed that there are less than 20 practicing Mechanites present in France, a decline of at least 90%. Addendum.
So that's like literally a religious genocide.
Yeah, so Sapphires committed religious genocide. Why am I not surprised?
Well, I guess we shouldn't be surprised if 610 suddenly has a surgence in France. I'm not joking. Remember, they're one of the reasons why the Foundation knows how to do anything besides, like, stall it a little. So, even if they're not always the smartest, they have done good, and they are actually an important group.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. This can't get worse, right? Okay, transcript of propaganda. Following an attack in Lyon, a Maxwellist was able to survive long enough for the Foundation to conduct an interview despite 3859 infestation. While able to communicate in writing relatively unimpeded, their vocal processors transmitted a looping message in French at high volume until the subject's expiration from the destruction of their artificial pineal gland. You are nothing but an engine powered by ignorance. Forsake your superstition, your god of metal. They literally believe in the god of intelligence
And free will.
and free will. Yeah. You're literally telling them to stop believing in.
Yeah.
Oh god, I hate this group. Okay, let me just. I know I've said that a few times already, but okay. We have created the antivirus for your technological blight, the firewall to cleanse Europe of your influence. You are nothing but a flaw in history, and we shall cut you out. Viva la Russian. I'm not going to continue reading that. That's just.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Jerry got cut out for a few words, which is stop believing in the god of intelligence and free will.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Just,
I heard him say that actually.
Oh, well, for me, it got cut out.
okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, good. You literally just scrolled past instead of letting me reread it.
Oh, sorry.
What part did I cut off at?
Oh, no,
It was you saying a side comment.
Yeah, it was a side comment.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
the side comment of how angry I was at them.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah, it
created
was-
Mhm.
Go ahead, sorry.
We have created the antivirus for your technological blight, the firewall to cleanse Europe of your influence. You are nothing but a flaw in history. We shall cut you out. And I'm not going to say the rest because it's just them being assholes.
Viva la rationalité. Vive la atheisme.
Yeah, so yeah, no, this
Basically,
entirely-
long live rationality, long live atheism. You know, the group about believing in rationality.
As we all know, the most rational thing to do is commit genocide, apparently. That was
And
sarcastic. I just realized that could easily be taken out of context. That was sarcastic.
oh no, we all know you were being sarcastic.
I
I was
know,
just
but it's the
angry
sort of thing
because
where
they were.
glitching.
I'm just angry at this group because they're literally acting like murderous psychopaths against a group that's all about rationality and free will, and they're saying long live rationality and atheism.
Mhm.
It's a group that literally helps people who are missing body parts. They help people figure out their new life if they've been infected with some sort of like supernatural mechanization process. They've helped a number of people. I mean, they're not the best group, they're not the smartest, but they try their best. And they just use the most ironic wording for wiping out, genociding this group, and it upsets me so much. The wording upsets me. Them doing it upsets me. How they do it upsets me. I just hate them. You know, Bright, maybe you should take over reading this.
What, me?
The more I read it, the angrier I get. Do you just want to hear me rant as I read?
I'm fine with it.
Okay, recovered documents. In late 2015, French parasitologist. What the hell is a parasitologist? Oh,
Yeah,
they
they.
study parasites?
Yeah.
Okay, French parasitologist Frederic Lacroix
LaCroix.
Lacroix? Okay. You know what, it's French.
Frederic Lacroix.
Frederic Lacroix. Okay, was checked into a hospital after their pacemaker failed. Several instances of 3859 were found in their system, having consumed most of their pacemaker because totally the Viva la wonderful thing to do is murder doctors that help people figure out parasites. Because several instances of 3859 were found in their system, having consumed most of the pacemaker. This was treated as an unusual case as LaCroix was an outspoken atheist and had previously been arrested following an altercation with a priest in their hometown of Orleans. LaCroix died within 3 days as attempts to keep his heart functioning were met with resistance by 3859 instances. I am guessing it's because, despite him being atheist, he was still spiritual, so the doctor that helps people had to die.
Hypothesizing.
I know, I'm just angry.
Oh, you're good.
And it makes it harder for me to pronounce things.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, deep breath. Hypothesizing a connection between LaCroix's research and SCP-3859. 2 Foundation recovery teams were dispatched to recover their research, while LaCroix's Paris lab has had no relevant data. Their home in Orleans contained several suspect documents. The task force retrieving the data was met with resistance. An excerpt from the after-action report of Agent Catherine Dubois. I know how to pronounce this.
Dubois.
I know how to pronounce
Dubois.
it, but
You got it.
Dubois is included below describing the incident. Our cover story was that we were national police officers and we were investigating the circumstances of LaCroix's death. His widow let us in and, well, persuade, per, I do not know what
Persuade, I
that word
think?
is.
Persuade. It's a name.
Oh, it's probably French. Persuade kept her occupied. We scoured his house. I am so bad with French. In his room, we discovered a large book entitled The Holy Bible with commentaries by C.I. Scoffeld and a guide to Bible study. This stood far out because I've heard LaCroix was virtually atheist, so why would he keep a Bible? We took it off the shelf and rattled it around. It seemed to be at least partially hollow. I opened the book and dumped its contents onto the desk, and it burst into flames. Must have been booby-trapped, but we got out the documents and other materials unscathed. Some of the pages were intact. I think Colette has them. We took one look at the pages and knew we had to return to base. However, upon reaching the front door, we met a group claiming to also be members of the National Police. Colette saw through it right away. They had ruggers at their side. National Police use SIG pros and reserve ruggers for difficult situations. We ran out the back and commandeered a vehicle. The so-called National Police were behind us, sirens blaring. They started shooting. Yet that's not what National Police start doing. And it's about that time I realized they were using anomalous weaponry. The ruggers were firing rounds too big for barrel, and they never reloaded them. And their car teleported in front of us to try to cut us off. We'd prepared for this eventually. The Jewelers Mobile Task Force Omega 5 had a detachment within the city, and we raised them on our comms. They confirmed that the tactics and technology they were using were often used by Rubis agents. Recovery use
Velocity.
and inhalation of singularities. The fuck? If not for them, we'd probably be, as Americans say, street pizza by now. They disabled their vehicle using pulse weaponry, and we managed to get to the safe house in Paris. LaCroix is now known to be a member of Sapphire. And had a key. Oh! So he was a bad guy who turned against the group, realizing it was bad. And they killed him.
Maybe?
He developed the thing.
Yes, he developed it.
He might have like accidentally like since it's like a virus, he might have like
Injected it with
gotten
himself.
it.
Yeah.
He might have gotten it like on
I
accident.
don't think he would have gotten it by accident. Since
It only affects religious and spiritual people.
Yeah.
yeah, that means for it to actually activate in him, someone who's not religious or spiritual had it activated in him. So I think he turned.
Oh my gosh, I see a head.
A head?
Yeah, I saw a little bit of head, and oh my god.
It had a key role in developing 3859. A document recovered from their estate is below. Sapphire, Nostrum Solemn Pavate. Goddamn,
Okay. I can read this.
Okay. Do your best asshole voice.
A brief manifesto against the mechanite superstition and how to topple it by Southon Cut. A rank within
Sapphire indicating a specialist in a particular discipline.
Rubus Fembridge. In the 21st century, there is one superstition above all else that presents a danger to the rational world. The so-called Mechanites are a rare religious organization which not only worships entities that it claims causes singularities.
Right? Okay. Sapphire nomenclature for anomalous items and phenomena. Okay.
But actively utilizes them, albeit in a subtle manner. To the untrained eye, they look human, but their hearts beat to the tune of clockwork. Their breath is the humming of a computer fan, and their muscles bulge with carbon fibers, the likes of which we can only hope to develop. Some of them even go so far as to replace their pineal glands, an organ often associated with the superstitious world. They have legates and living saints which possess weaponized singularities, laser weaponry, kinetic cannons, ceramatic blades, which can cut through bone like butter. They are in active danger. If they revealed themselves, they could take over the world, turn into a global theocracy, united under the flag of their clockwork god. Because of the fact that they actively alter their body as a sacrament, they are nearly impossible to deprogram using our pamphlets. Anyone willing to mutilate themselves for their faith is nearly unshakable. It is from this faith that we derive their doom. In October 2010, a mechanite was found and disassembled by Rubus agents for study. Among their body was a particular singularity which is commonly used among our infiltration agents, an organic interface of virus created from nanotechnology. They have been engineered so that they are only responsive to those who are strong mechanite faith. Though we have been able to get them to work with a Christian as well. The primary purpose of this virus appears to have been to avoid the rejection of the inorganic components by the organic ones. However, they are still computers, and flipping some zeros and ones to the correct positions can instead promote rejection, forcibly if need be. However, the virus is reluctant to interact with the human body, even one that is mutilated as heavily as a mechanite's. It was engineered specifically for the one we disassembled, a flaw which was rectified by Spiral M. LaCroix. Referring to the spiral cut of gemstones, a rank within Sapphire, which denotes the individual is capable of creating anomalous items. LaCroix. M. LaCroix discovered that their intestines were still organic and infused with hookworms, who were also infected. From this original generation, M. LaCroix has created a new species, Ankylostoma nedlu named after a man who smashed technology they viewed as evil.
So they named
Exact-
it after a backwards thinker. That's fitting.
Yeah.
Exact blueprints can be viewed in the attached document. Document was not present upon recovery. A heavily burned paper believed to be the original document was recovered in the remains of LaCroix's Bible. But even a single organism can produce enough interference to destroy a mechanite's body within minutes.
Efforts will be primarily focused on destroying Mechanite influence in France. From here, we will expand to Germany, Italy, and Greece. By the end of 2015, we expect to eliminate any Mechanite influence on the continent.
Are they accidentally pro 610?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, we got another Sapphire document later.
I just want to say I hate them. I know everyone here knows that, but I hate this group. Hatchet read wonderfully. I still hate the group.
Yeah.
Addendum. Further Sapphire activity. Since LaCroix's death, 6 other known Sapphire agents have died as a result of 3859 infestation, specifically due to 3859 causing metal tooth fillings to explode, resulting in fatal brain hemorrhaging. Yeah, not just infecting the people that you are like maniacally going after like psychopaths. You ableist piles of. Okay, let me just. Chatter within Sapphire began speculating that LaCroix had intentionally programmed 3859 to turn on Sapphire agents after a set amount of time to further the agenda of the Church of the Broken God. No evidence of this has been found to suggest that LaCroix was not loyal to Sapphire. I have a thought.
Yeah.
They might be. A lot of Sapphire agents might be ex Christians, the ones that say they're not Christians, but still have very religious beliefs rooted into them to the point where they get fanatical about something else in a way that's basically religious. So they're
I
still
mean-
religious, but
This is-
not God believers. They're
I mean-
yeah.
That's the root of most anti-theism, so
Mm.
I think that's why it
It
infects
tracks.
them. I didn't realize it until after what you read and what I just read. It makes sense. They're all probably fucked by their own doing. And I'm there first watching every Sapphire member. Never mind. Let's just keep going. 3859 stopped being actively utilized by Sapphire by December 2015 by the following communique being released to agents. Emergency. Oh, sorry. Do you want to read that?
yeah.
Emergency notification. Effective immediately, all LaCroix hookworms in possession of Sapphire are to be destroyed and the program is to be discontinued. They're acting indiscriminately, affecting atheists and superstitious alike. 20 have died from infestation, including LaCroix. Their programming has not changed. They are doing the preposterous, interpreting our atheists. Interpreting our atheism as religion. We have no faith so fervent as to trigger them to do this.
Yeah, you do. Sorry.
LaCroix was a traitor and a mechanist. His rank is stripped and his name will be wiped from our history. Nostrum asulam pavate.
Man, that was so religious of him.
Yeah.
I think he just proved my theory
Yes.
prior
I mean,
to
this
the
entire article is very clearly intended to criticize anti-theism. So
At least
Good crack.
we're getting a lot of information on how shitty Sapphire is.
well,
Yeah, and I will say it also clearly shows atheists that know how to act normal but are not Sapphire freaks, and also like religious people who also act normal. And it's just the anti theist, like crazy people who are the crazy people assholes. And I'm gonna ride with that. I mean, there are other people who are assholes, but in this case, it's all Sapphire. Just all Sapphire.
Yeah.
Prior to the release of this communique, Sapphire also released a heavily censored and altered account of an electronic journal belonging to LaCroix. The Foundation was aware of this document, but was unable to access it due to complex cipher utilized by Sapphire. Following the defection of a Rubis agent, the Foundation was able to decipher the original text. Several relevant portions of the document have been recorded below. January 9th, 2011, using research from M. From that person regarding the crucifix protein, a protein chain allegedly present in the brains of individuals who are strongly religious, proposed by Peter Croshaw in 1957, is now regarded as a pseudoscience by the larger scientific community. They're following pseudoscience. You know what? I'm not even surprised.
What the fuck is this?
They're following pseudoscience because they are so anti-theist.
Yeah.
I've modified my children. They should only become agitated in the presence of this compound, and from that they produce destruction.
The
That's
thing
why
is,
it's so ineffective.
the thing is, oh my god. So this thing is just literally
It's
like,
a destructive weapon based on pseudoscience.
Yeah.
well, like also like believing in pseudoscience is pretty much a religious belief, anyways. So like, that technically already counts for that too.
Honestly, it probably affects people who are disabled or who have who are part of the Church of the Broken God the most, because those are, since it most goes after people with artificial implants.
Yeah, like for example, like LaCroix had a pacemaker,
Yeah.
and that was probably
I,
because he needed it or something.
I
Like,
think how it happened was when they were developing the weapon, they used the corpse of someone who was partially mechanized to develop their new tapeworm. And so while they were convinced it would go after the religious, it was instead something that they accidentally programmed to go after people who had artificial pieces of their body because they're fucking stupid. I'm sorry.
This, yeah. When the more you read about this, the more I'm thinking of, I forgot that fucker's name, where I think he got killed because he created one of the viruses in Resident Evil, and it just ended up killing him.
Well, January 20th, Lee Moore brought up an interesting point in the meeting. What if the mechanite in question has had their brain entirely replaced? Would they still be effective? All mechanites were at one point human, and from this humanity they had organic parts. Cut off a zealot's arm and their blood still carries crucifix proteins. If they have a single organic molecule in them, my children will feast on it.
what
I
the
hate them.
This is the weirdest fucking way to, oh my god.
Well, it just proves more that they're actually secretly religious.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah,
Because, like,
February,
they believe them to not be human.
February 14th, the holiday literally built on multiple saints who were all basically grouped to stand as one saint because it's easier to tell people to celebrate that way. St. Valentine's Day, and with that communion, I had a compatriot of the clergy at a local church taint some communion wine as a test run. There's one congregation who has a pacemaker, and if it fails, it works as proof of concept.
My god.
I'm sure you can tell my mood. February 25th, he was found dead, his pacemaker overloaded. Police are saying that it was caused by faulty microwave. The hookworms were not even mentioned in the coroner's report. I feel sorry for the man's family, but they are better off without an abusive. The fuck?
Wow. You know what's kind of bad right now?
What?
I have a dog in my house right now, the husky. Their
Yeah.
name is Sapphire.
Sapphire the dog is fine. It's not the group.
It's just that whenever I'm gonna say Sapphire's name, I'm just gonna think.
Just remember, the dog is not a cut of Sapphire. So the way they word that's just to me that the person with the family, the dad, and possibly granddad, was a totally fine person, but they were considered abusive because they were religious. Because there's lots of people who are religious and bad, but they are one of the good ones. Okay. July 8th. Now for the actual test. An Orthodox gathering of the Mechanites has had worms put in their oil. Hopefully, the hybrid DNA will keep them from drowning. July 9th. Explosions were on the news. They covered it up as a gas leak. Nothing to be alarmed about, but I was there at the scene. They were carrying out tangled mess of metal that was once a man, and all the weapons just charging. We can do this. Perhaps the next edition of the Granite can include the weapons capabilities. October 12th, 2012. Word out of Nova Scotia. One of their colleagues overseas has died. His teeth exploded. Signs of my hookworms in his system. He was assigned to be the aide of the Cardinal. Most likely, he started developing the faith. He will not be missed.
It's Nova Scotia, by the way.
Okay. Nova Scotia. April 20th, 2013. An interesting occurrence. Several of the Maxwellists, those who think the world would be better off if everyone was in Blade Runner, committed suicide in the middle of a ceremony after exposure to my worms. Apparently, the worms somehow disabled their internet connection and kept disabling it every time they tried to replace it. They would rather die than go without Wi-Fi. That's not how it works. Such irrational minds should not be allowed to have such technology. Are you fucking Yes, you are.
It might be that the internet was like technology was inside their head, like they can.
Well, they said Maxwellists. That's a type of that's an offshoot of the Broken God Church. They were probably talking about people who had mechanized brains.
Yeah.
So they would have literally required it to live. They're literally basically being ableist piles of shit.
Yep.
That's why I keep getting angry, because they're so ableist. They're so ableist. June 17th, reports indicate that all mechanites within central France have gone extinct. Fringe elements remain in Paris, but several sects have fled the country, if not been completely wiped out, and they remain clueless, thinking that is the work of the flesh. Fuck you. May 4th, 2014, 10 people who have worked on this project with me died. They all had my hookworms in their system and had recently been in contact with mechanites. I'm sure that testing will show that they had been hacked. An oversight on my part, unfortunately. We did reclaim this technology, and as such, it's conceivable that they could manipulate it. I'll have M. Ludd update the software. May 5th, 2014. No change to the software, probably reset after the hack was complete. Oh, were we able to have nanotechnology expert Mr. Wright's company? I mean, we oh, were we to have nanotechnology expert M. Wright's company was gunned down by the Chicago Spectre.
I actually looked up. That's the group of interest Chicago Spirit.
Spectre is spirit.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that. Because it's a different group of interest, that's why I went to click the link.
March 17th, 2015. Vomited all day. Containment failed on my project. I got hookworms in my system. It's of little consequences. They will do nothing without the presence of the crucifix protein. It doesn't exist! What am I saying? I'll take some anti-parasitics and keep around the lab. It should kill them off. March 15th. Making the worms hermaphroditic was a mistake. They're reproducing quicker than the drugs can kill them off. Going to the hospital after doing some tests on myself. I am not ashamed of clapping for that. March 20th. Infestation has been called. Feeling much better. Going to repair containment in my laboratory and get back to work in a few days. He doesn't live. March 23rd. My heart skipped several beats today. I fell on the floor. My pacemaker's going bad. Low battery. Going to the hospital tomorrow. I found something alarming in my blood. I was doing an analysis of sample I took while I still had worms in my system, and I found them feeding on something that shouldn't be present. Crucifix proteins. I've been poisoned. I'm going to die. That literally doesn't exist. March 25th. The doctor says there's nothing wrong with my blood other than the parasites, and my pacemaker wires have been severed. I may have a week left. I feel as if I'm committing treason while writing this. I tested samples I keep in my lab for emergency transfusions. All of our blood has crucifix proteins. It's occurring naturally. We have failed. It's not a crucifix protein, it's just a fucking protein. Why am I trying to... We have failed. In our quest to make the world a reasonable place, we have made it a crusade. Sapphire is a cult. Atheism is religion. God help us. Well, at least he realized he was a fucking idiot before he died. Atheism isn't a religion, but anti-theism is.
So we pretty much know where this fucker's going, right?
Yep, evil. It's okay.
Chaotic evil.
Yeah, we could also put in incompetent, but like, chaotic
It's
fits.
competent. They're fully competent.
I would say they're competently incompetent, but
Ending with God help us is beautiful.
Yes,
Yeah.
because I feel like they are competent because while they do believe they're doing good, their version of doing good is mass genocide.
I don't know. I said
So,
Ending with God help us is beautiful. That's true.
Yeah.
does anyone else also think chaotic evil?
yeah, I agree. I was just
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, do they have like a strict moral code?
Probably not.
it doesn't seem like it.
Yeah.
Their only moral code is you have to be non-religious and you can't believe in anything spiritual, but you have to believe in the things that we believe.
It's not necessarily a moral code, more like a
Their belief in pseudosciences or whatever else that will help them make an us versus them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm good with chaotic evil.
Now the real question is, are they worse than any of the others we have in chaotic evil? So I'm not sure if I should move it forward or just place it next to Greaseburger.
I'd say just put it in Greaseburger and call it.
I think they're all equally. No, they're more evil than Greaseburger. All the other ones are equal with, but Greaseburger they're worse than.
Yeah, I knew they were not gonna be worse than the Children of Scarlet King or Circuit Colts, because holy shit. They're worse.
Well, they're in good company, I guess.
Yeah.
I suppose like the fundamental thing that makes them not as bad as those two is just being smaller.
Yeah.
Like the Davites and Circuit Cult, or not the Davites. They were in Lawful Evil.
Yeah.
What did you say?
I said
Circuit Cults.
Children of the Scarlet King and Circuit Colts.
Did you put fifthism in chaotic evil? What is fifthism again?
The people who believe in 5. Like, everything's 5, and I think. Mercantile. Which is
Have we
an
covered
incompetent
them?
evil. They're at the front.
Oh, are they at the front?
Yeah. Oh, I can't.
Oh,
Mouse is not even showing on screen, and I'm just waving the mouse. I mean,
Well,
like on.
It's showing
screen.
on the yeah, it's showing on like
That's cool.
the Discord stream.
Yeah, I forgot it's not showing on fucking Twitch streams. I'm just shaking it, trying to show one for Twitch stream, and it's not even there.
Kind of funny.
Are we gonna continue for the night or?
Now, I think that'll be fine. We're getting really close to the end. Look, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can probably finish this tier list like next week.
Yeah.
Because this week I have
Right.
day shift tomorrow. So we can't go any later. But next
So,
week, which means next
Sapphire was our
Friday.
last one.
Yeah, Sapphire's the last one. Yeah, next Friday because I got night shifts Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So yeah, next Friday
Okay, so
we
so
can finish
then-
this.
then Content Farms will be on Monday, and then this will be on Friday.
Yeah.
Okay. Prism is spiritual group being used by being outside. Right, that's right. Yeah. It's a cosmic starfish that uses lots of pneumatic weapons. Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
same.
think. Yeah. So we put them in incompetent evil because they're being used unwittingly by something evil.
Yeah. Alright. So yeah.
Which
and-
is ironic because it's almost the exact opposite of why we put Children of the Broken God in incompetent good, because they're trying to do good, but the good thing that they're trying to do is in direct opposition to the actual will of their gods.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Speaking of
the Church of Broken God. Yeah.
yeah, speaking of God, one of the groups of interest is not going to be put with people tier because they are one of the most evil beings in all of the SCP universe.
Well, we're obviously, I mean, if you're referring to the Scarlet King, we're obviously not putting a single
Yeah.
being in the people group. The
Yeah.
point of the people group is we can't rate this because it's just a group of beings,
Yeah.
or people,
have-
like a people group. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
how else do I put this?
A group of beings of people who have varying moralities.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Okay, where did you rate Wondertainment? Where did we put Wondertainment?
I'll check in a second, but I know Scarlet King is going to go on the top of whatever evil category we put it in.
I dare
Oh,
say
it's
we're gonna need.
It's gonna be
I'm-
chaotic evil.
I was gonna say we should just make a Scarlet King tier and call it good.
Oh yeah,
my
no,
God.
definitely,
Like
definitely. Put it at
nothing
the
else
bottom,
is
the
properly.
very bottom.
Yeah, like nothing else is properly comparable for the Scarlet King. He's just the concept of evil.
And especially one of the things he rules over and is also called the King
Yes.
of.
Yes, right. We know.
I don't know the great JL knows. Let's just say it's a specific R word of an action I'm not gonna say it because it's against Trish T West. Anyways,
Well,
Uh,
technically you can say it, which is just hypocritical and stupid.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, chaotic neutral. That's where Wonder Team it is.
Yeah, that's what I that's where I was thinking we put it, but I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Wonder Tatements in chaotic neutral, along with Are We Cool Yet?
So I do know that next week when we do, I guess, create that tier,
Warning. Do not follow the great Dr. Bright on
I mean,
Twitch.
honestly, do we even need
Worst
to actually
mistake
cover it at all?
imaginable.
Everyone
I
here
repeat,
knows what the
do
Scarlet
not
King's all
follow
about.
the great Dr.
We can
Bright
just tier
on
that
Twitch.
right now if we want to.
Yeah,
at the
let's
same
just do that
time
right
we
now.
can, but I still want to like read it as part of the video because not everyone on the internet knows the Scarlet King.
Yeah, obviously, like
Yeah.
like we can do that.
Are we cool
I
yet?
think Wonder Tatement is good aligned. Are We Cool Yet is chaotic evil? I think the reason we put them in chaotic neutral is because of just like the sheer diversity in like intents in Are We Cool Yet? Like people from
mean-
Are We Cool Yet
Yeah.
range from wanting to make the world a better place to wanting to kill people.
Yeah. And as for Dr. Entertainment, like, yeah, like they're trying to make toys for children and whatnot, but some of them are very dangerous.
And the main reason why I think I wanted to put it in like I feel like basically the good that Wondertainment like reaches towards is also counterbalanced by non-consensually altering the bodies of people.
Yeah.
like they just outright violate people's bodily autonomy.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of which one was the hardest one we had to try and place.
One of the shared properties of all exhibits is that they're lethal. If I remember correctly, like specifically, it was because like some of those exhibits weren't intended at the beginning to be lethal, or they were intended to be lethal for very specific and largely bad things. But I also don't remember. It's been so long since we
Yeah.
covered them. They were like,
Wait, which one are you talking about?
"Are we cool yet?"
Yeah.
Like that's in the A's. It's been a very long while
Oh
since we
yeah.
covered
I
them.
think. Which one was the hardest we did?
Where did we put Are We Cool Yet?
Chaotic neutral.
Yeah.
I
Probably
think.
the hardest we did was probably the first one we the first one we put in the incompetence probably.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, because we literally created the incompetent tiers.
Oh yeah, it was probably the
because-
Trish Broken God. I think another one that we struggled with was I think both the factory and Herman's Fuller Circus, because I think we were trying to discuss which part of evil would be. Because the stories differ between how the circus and the factory is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that was the hardest we had to do.
Gamers Against
That's
Where
long,
did you
yeah.
put it? Where did you put it?
We put both of those in neutral evil.
That's fair.
Mhm.
That kind of like puts them in between, so it's like
If you look at the origin of Gamers Against Weed, it talks about what cool.
I think we did read like all the ones on the main Cruciventress guide. We did go to their hubs, so we did see their origins.
Like, trying to think.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, that is like the perspective of Gamers Against Weed. If I remember correct, actually, yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, if I remember correctly, the main reason why we leaned toward making them chaotic neutral is because like I think we read like a big long string of like chat posts and like it's just showing the sheer diversity of like varying, shall we say, ethical views within it. They're all they're all hipsters
We
with
put
varying forms
Humor Against
of
Weeds and
work.
Chaotic Good. I think they're talking.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm talking about. Are we
Oh.
cool yet?
Oh, sorry. Never mind. My bad. When I heard chat logs, I was like messages. I immediately think of Gamers Against Weeds because that's basically how they communicate.
Uh, Gamers Against Weed is like chaotic good because it like they work with they work with like other organizations, if I
Yeah, like
remember correctly, that are
we put them.
lawful good.
It
Sure,
wasn't
good.
specifically lawful good. It was because they have a history of working with liberation movements. The
Yeah,
Cool
that's-
War.
Mm.
Maybe at some point we should just go back and like reevaluate these. Like at the end, just take like a brief once over to like double check our older positionings.
We can. That can be like a stream within itself where we recheck all the groups
Yeah.
and
Just like go back through and double check that we're holding these positions.
Oh, I know another one that was actually the hardest, even worse than Church Broken God, the Black Queen, because it had very little information. The very start,
that one was such a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Where did you put it?
We put in chaotic neutral
Uh,
Yeah.
because they were a bit chaotic and we couldn't find anything that would push them towards evil or good.
See, I also recommend checking out the Cool War.
Where do you put Shark Punching Center? Incompetent evil.
Yeah,